Kia ora whānau. Okay, so yesterday I posted on the Google Classroom about my expectation for you over the next few weeks. Now, as we know, the school holidays start on Saturday, so you've still got today and 2 more days to be working on your boards. And then you've got a 2-week break, and then after that you have 1 more week until your level 3 design board is due. Now, why are we've moved that due date back, but why are we sticking to the assessment? Well, you've already done your internal, which was a research task, and now you're doing your internal, which is also your first board of your external. If we get too far behind, it's going to be quite difficult, but at the same time, you've already had 9 weeks to work on this board realistically. So there's no reason why you can't get this finished off at home in the next couple of weeks. I have asked all of you if you do have Photoshop or Illustrator at home. I had not a single level 3 student tell me that they did not. If this is not the case, can you please contact me as soon as possible? So guys, let's talk about what should be on your board and what you've done so far. So on the Google Classroom yesterday I posted, or the day before I posted, that you should be up to your poster concepts, or finishing off your poster concepts and then moving into development. So on your board, of course, you've got your brief, your inspiration board, your color palette, logo, concepts, design, developments and finals, street poster concepts, street poster developments and finals. So what does that look like in reality? I've put 3 examples there for you to look at. This was an excellence board. So as you can see up in the top corner, you need to take a screenshot of your brief and pop it up there. Then up the top you are going to put photos that you use in your board, or artist models that you have used and taken inspiration from, either in terms of the font or the color scheme or the layout of your posters. But do not put anything up there that you have not used or that we cannot see it traveling down into the board. So as you can see, this student has her color palette up here on the right hand corner, and you can see that all of these colors are also in her inspiration board, but they follow and they travel down through her board. You can also see, if you look at some of the double font here, that it travels down into some of the fonts that she's used here. Some of the layouts of the posters. This image here has been changed and travels and is used in multiple forms of the posters down here. So make sure that there is consistency through the board. Your examiner only has, if it's an external, 20 to 30 seconds to mark each board. It's very quick. If they can see that there is a consistency where inspiration is used within design and clear following of artist models, then you are more likely to get a good grade. So as I said, top left hand corner has to be your brief. We've done the brief. Open it up in Google Docs, take a screenshot, pop it up. Put your inspiration, your artist models up there. Make sure at least some of them are from well-known designers. So, for example, Stefan Sagmeister, Barbara Kruger, Craig Ward, the big ones in design. Then your color palette. If you have hand-drawn some of your fonts, you need to take a very clear scan or photograph of them. There cannot be any discoloration. Then some of you will have made tangible or played around with some of the tangible experiments that I recommended in terms of your fonts, logo concepts, logo developments, final logo here. Now this student has also shown that the final logo can be used with a variety of different backgrounds, but still within her color palette. Down to the street poster, 8 street posters. Not one single one has the same background or same font or the same colored font, but they still do draw from elements used up here or found in the inspiration, which is really, really important. Then she has taken from her 8 and developed 4 developments. So what you can see is she has taken the background color from this one and used it here. She's used a style of font from over here. She's used a background color here. This image she's used here, and this image, and the rose has moved down to here. So these 4 developments are a combination of what has happened up here in the concepts, and that's very important that we can see that you do not introduce anything new into your developments. You must show that you have cherry picked from here. And then her final again has to be a building on a development. So same color background, the font is in the same place. However, her font is different. Her font is the one that she used here, but it's black with white. She has used the rose from here. She has used the 3 circular images here, but she's put them in a different layout. Her font is traveling this way, similar to what it was up here. And then her logo is down in this bottom corner, the same as it was here. So a very, 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 very clear final, which has built on the development. Okay, so how do you set that up in Photoshop? So what you're going to do is, I'm just going to get rid of, oh, whoops, I've just brought up a recording here for the photography class. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring up Photoshop, and you're going to go File, New, and you are going to go Print, and you want it in centimeters, okay, and the width, as we know, 61, and the height 81. Make sure that it is portrait orientation here. So now we've set up our canvas. Please make sure that in this top part here, you drag and drop your screenshot of your brief, and then you can resize your images as you drop them on. So I just want to remind you that if you drop on an image, there are several ways to resize that image, of course. So it's dropped on like this. Maybe you decide that you want to change it at some point. Control or Command T. Make sure that Photoshop is on the Move tool here. Command T or Control T. Move it up. Now, maybe I want it small enough to go in this corner, but I want it to align in a different shape. So I'm going to, if I've got a Mac, remember when you press Command and hold on to it, that you can move it in different ways. You can manipulate the corners, right? But if I want to keep it simply all in the same size and format that it was originally, it's just Command or Control T, and you move in from one corner. Right, so then I drag and drop and I place along. So what I would like to see, please, as soon as possible, is people setting up their boards, placing things onto their boards. Once they are placed there, take a screenshot and put it through Google Classroom. I'll set up an assignment now. Put it through there so that I can comment on it and tell you if placings need to move, if I can see a clear traveling of color palette, fonts, experimentation and developments traveling all the way through your board. So that's what I would like by Friday, please, is for you to please set that board up and send it through to me. Okay, thanks very much. Ka kite.